Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Bless Lily here. Welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at your life purpose. And I must let you know before we begin, when I'm talking about the life purpose, this isn't necessarily going to be about a particular job or career path, although this might come through. For some of you, this could be about a soul purpose that's going to make you feel fulfilled. Whatever it is, keep an open mind. Take only what resonates, leave the rest out on the table. Alright, my darlings, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. See which one you're most drawn to, don't overthink it, and let's go ahead and get started. My amazing option number 1. And welcome to your reading. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of this reading. Alright, what can the cards tell us about your life purpose, about you? Wow. So I do have this gorgeous card that says spiritual evolution. So my lovely option number 1, very spiritual. If you're not, as it kind of feels like you are meant to be deep when it comes to spirituality. You are meant to lead, guide. And the reason for that is because you yourselves have not been given the proper guidance, the proper leadership. Because I'm seeing for a lot of you, my lovely option number 1, you might be very lonely. Most of the time misunderstood. Some people might also called you crazy, or you feel like you can't necessarily have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody about what you truly want to talk about. Yeah, you might think that your certain desires or certain ideas might be considered crazy, or you kind of maybe seen something or felt something or experienced something that you can't necessarily share with people. And I'm getting a lot of this energy of loneliness and being misunderstood. I'm also seeing that you guys might have been bullied when you were little, when you were younger, and you found, and this is an interesting part, you found acceptance in the spiritual community, and at the same time you progressed, and then you didn't find that acceptance. Does that make sense? So it's this energy where you might have been also disappointed in spirituality in one way or another. And that's again part of your journey, part of your soul purpose, part of your life purpose, to create a little remix, right, of what spirituality is for you and set new boundaries. Because when we're talking about spiritual evolution, set your heart free, I do see that for a lot of you, in one way or another, part of your life purpose is to lead people. In one way or another. It doesn't necessarily have to be like on this big scale. It doesn't necessarily have to be you talking to a lot of people. But you create something that's called the ripple effect. And you have the ability, the knowledge, the skills, or they're opening up to you, where just a couple of words, a carefully phrased question, will be enough to create that effect of the person questioning a lot of things, and a lot of things are going to unravel. And you are somebody who's a no pressure kind of person, so you don't try to convince somebody that you're right. You don't try to convince somebody of anything really. You just kind of you ask them something, or you give them a piece of information that makes them think, that makes them question certain things. And it kind of feels like this is the sort of journey that you guys went on one point or another. So I'm just trying to get comfortable over here. So I do sense that you're not doing this for the first time. If you don't believe in reincarnation, let this part go. But if you do, it kind of feels like you have a deeper mission to change this world by changing yourself. or rather unlearning a lot of things. So I wouldn't even say changing, it's finding that perfection within you that was initially programmed within you by the spirit, yeah, and then was kind of corrupted by society, by maybe parents, by false friends, by loads and loads of things that tend to corrupt this energy of our uniqueness and our purpose. So you have done a lot of work already in this life and previous lives. So I almost want to say, you haven't chosen an easy path, but you've definitely chosen a very fulfilling path. So maybe if you've been wondering, what it is that you need to do when it comes to your job, this could be it. If you feel like this isn't going to bring you a lot of money, you could find yourself at one point or another in your life doing something else, but also doing this as a way to fulfill yourself. Let me see what else comes through when it comes to your life purpose. But I'm going to tell you this, guys, you're not meant to be alone. You might think that this is a very lonely path that you've chosen. No, it's just that it will take a little bit of time to meet the right people, the people that resonate, and also you yourself. You do have this archetype of the hermit, somebody who's very wise, somebody who's rather introverted, and the kind of saying like other arcanas, other personalities are going to come through, where it's a friend and a lover and a little bit of a fool energy as well. I like it. It's a very childlike, adventurous, unique and innovative energy that is going to be coming through, which will help you not feel by yourself. But you see, you have the rebirth card over here, you have the butterfly card, and it says you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Exactly what I was saying. Love every part of your journey. Okay, that sounds very vanilla, but I like it. For you, my lovely option number 2, I like it because I feel like you had to deal with so much harshness, with so much shit in your life that you do need that little bit of extra vanilla in your life, because you know how not to fall into, the land of ponies. You know how to keep grounded, but you're also like the harshness in our life, it needs to be balanced out by the sweetness as well. And maybe sometimes you deny yourself that sweetness. Because I do see, that there's a very sweet and lovely person on the other side of the screen. And maybe you're not letting this sweet and innocent and beautiful side of you come out as often, because every time you did, it was misunderstood, it was disrespected, it was taken advantage of. So I completely understand you there. But you have a very, like I said, it's not an easy life purpose, but it's a very interesting one. It's a very fulfilling one, for sure. Now, move forward with an open mind. Now, this is almost like a hypnotizing card over here. It's very hypnotic. It's very like, ooh, look at me. Now, it feels, if we are to talk about I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it feels like you have a strong connection to the multiverse. You have a strong connection to energies that are beyond our comprehension at this particular moment. And you are somebody who is a healer. Now, I'm going to try and put it in words and not to sound crazy, but it's like you're channeling your own energy from other dimensions, from other times. You're channeling all of the things that you already learned in your previous incarnations. You're channeling all of the knowledge and wisdom that you have accumulated in the other dimensions, so to speak. And it's very magical, it's very beautiful, but it's also very futuristic. Very futuristic. There's an aspect of you that is so advanced that literally in this time and space, you can't fully grasp this energy. Does that make sense? You have a very open mind. You have abilities that a lot of people would be jealous of, honestly, guys. But you do have the energy of healing. Yes, some of you could be in the medical field, some of you guys could be in the spiritual field, but you do have the energy of healing. And what I like the most is that you're learning to use that healing energy for yourself as well. Because if you use it only for others, we have the wounded healer archetype. Not the best thing. Not the best thing. Very respected, very much needed. But this is when you try to heal yourself through healing others. And this is a little bit of like avoiding healing yourself. So part of your life mission, part of your soul journey, is to learn how to use this energy to heal yourself as well, and not to neglect yourself as well. But there's a lot about healing. Maybe you guys are interested in butterflies, believing in aliens and things like this. But again, like I said, I'm not going to go that much into it. But if you feel that resonates with you, my darlings, it resonates with you. I'm going to pull out one more card from I think it's called the Spirit. Yeah, the Spirit Animal. Spirit of the Animal Oracle. One more message when it comes to your life journey, when it comes to your life purpose. Personal choice. Okay. I like it. So they're not giving me anything specific because they're saying, again, with the butterfly and the rebirth, you can shapeshift. You can shapeshift. So without, because setting your heart free. So the cards are saying, give yourself the freedom to go through different archetypes, to go through different energies, because it accumulates into this beautiful Akashic record that then you can access. But not only you from here, but you from the past, you from the future, you in another dimension, you in another reincarnation. It's like you've got a team of you. And it's very interesting. And sometimes you send messages to yourself and you're like, spirit guides, I don't understand. And the future you, or the one you in the other dimension, you're like, come on, baby, you got this. It's me who's sending it to you, right? So it's very complex, but it's like very difficult to understand without a certain level of involvement, which you have already reached, and you will be expanding more and more and more. So your life purpose, my lovely option number one, it's not so much what you do with the job, but it's how you affect others and the future you create for yourself. And you're working with a team of you. You do have a spiritual team, but trust me, you are enough. You are more than enough. The different versions of you. And also some of you, you're meant to, as part of your life purpose, you're meant to live in different locations. You're meant to deal with different philosophies, different religions, different people, different cultures. So it kind of feels like, if you feel like part of your life mission is to stay in a certain place, not necessarily. So don't limit yourself, because I do see you traveling and kind of experiencing different things, different people, different situations. There's a saying, sometimes we live only one life, and sometimes in that same one life, we live like 10 different lives, because we change jobs, we change locations, we change our style, we change the way that we think. So this is about you, my lovely option number one. Enjoy it. It can be very tiring sometimes. And once more, it is part of your life purpose as well, to find your soul tribe, to reconnect with them, and they are patiently waiting on you. And you're definitely not meant to be lonely. You're definitely not meant to be by yourself. You have a beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, my lovely option number one, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. And of course, do check my Patreon page out as well. Alright guys, take care now. My amazing option number 2. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of this reading. So we're talking about your life purpose over here. I want to see what it is, whether it's on the soul level, whether it has something to do with your career, whether it has something to do with a particular person or two. Interesting. Okay, my lovely option number 2. What I'm seeing when it comes to you is a lot of guilt and a lot of shame that has been projected onto you. I'm seeing that you could be somebody who developed very early. I'm seeing that you're somebody who's very curious, and I'm seeing that you're somebody who's very attractive and very magnetic. At one point or another, somebody made you feel that this energy of you shining brightly, of you bringing your personality that some might call a little bit extra out into the world, somebody made you feel like that's not the way to go. So to put it very, very simply, people were intimidated by you even when you were younger, by your brains, your beauty, your abilities, your preferences. And that's why the Kundalini rising, the Kundalini awakening part is here. I'm going to tell you a lot of interesting things about you, about your life path right now, so make sure to listen up. If it doesn't resonate with you, skip to one of the other 2 options, because this is going to be a very specific message. You, my darlings, have been made to believe that your sexuality, your sensuality, your talents, your character, that might be difficult to some, because you are not somebody who's ready to just obey. You're not ready to be just somebody who just doesn't question things. You are beautiful. You are successful in one aspect or another. You are smarter. You are somebody who asks questions. And a lot of people don't like that. So a lot of those things have been suppressed and turned into the shadow aspects of you. You might want to cry right now. You might want to scream right now. You might have experienced a lot of emotions at this particular moment that might be very controversial and contradicting. But it might even feel like somebody stole a part of your personality. Somebody stole a part of your life. And in your shadow aspects lies a lot of power. A massive amount of power. Your superpowers are in your shadow aspects. In those aspects that made others fear you, that made others feel like they can't control you. Because here I'm sensing fire. Here I'm sensing somebody with such a strong character that you can achieve whatever the hell that you want. But some people in your life, they don't want it to happen. Because then they will have to face their own bullshit. Then they will have to admit to the fact that they were wrong. Then they will have to do something to also rise up to the level or whatever. Everything that was put as your shadow aspects, like I said, your ambition, your sexuality, your so-called difficult character, you asking questions, you not putting up with bullshit, you wanting to be the fastest, strongest, biggest, beautifulest, wealthiest, whatever, that drive within you, it's suppressed, and it's turning into anger, and it's turning into resentment, and it's turning into jealousy. It is what it is. So part of your life purpose, and your life purpose is locked in that energy. So you guys will have to set out let the demon free. Because you're going to see it's not the demon at all. There are aspects of you that hold your power. Let's talk about your life purpose a little bit more. Because here I'm seeing artists. Here I'm seeing entrepreneurs. Here I'm seeing political personalities. Here I'm seeing journalists. I said actors, yeah, writers. All of those beautiful things that have to do with public recognition, that have to do with showing yourself, yeah? So you are definitely somebody who wants to be seen, who wants to be on YouTube, on TV, on the radio, on a podcast, who has an opinion, who is not okay with something, you know? Like you have a mind of a revolutionary. I mean, the way that you're going to do it is up to you. But damn it, it's like such a big part of you that's hidden. Some of you want fame, you want popularity, you want applause, you want to make a change. Love. There's a new person coming into your life soon, guys, or the person that you're with at this particular moment, they're going to go through that energy of transformation with you. Eternal union. You're meant to find love and you're meant to work with this other person, either directly or indirectly. So I'm not going to go into this whole twin flame story, different connotations with that label, but it is very possible when it comes to you, my lovely, option number 2, that you are meant to work with your significant other, to create something with your significant other, whether he's a producer and you are a singer or vice versa, she's a publicist and you are a writer. You know what I mean? You open a business together, you create something together, because here I'm seeing a power couple of people who have healed and they're not ready, they're not scared to show their ambition. They're not scared to compete with somebody in one way or another if they need to. They're not scared to tell somebody to get back into their lane. They're not scared to show off their sensuality, sexuality, their adventurous side, their competitive side. Do you see what I mean? There's so much movement over here. Oh my God. Because here it's literally like, you know, just being like, oh my God, why did I waste so much time doubting myself, making myself like smaller, just and invisible? No, darling, you are visible. You're meant to be visible. You're meant to be the change. I'm getting the power couple over here, guys. And if you choose to have children, your children are going to take after you. Although I see, you know, for some of you, you're going to have 2 kids. One is going to be very much like you. The other one is going to be very, very sweet and innocent and very artistic, but in a way that's sweet. I'm not seeing a lot of like this fire energy. It's more like water, air. It's a little bit dreamy. It's a sweet energy. But it's your life purpose. It involves other people. Yeah. It involves collaboration with other persons, so for a lot of you, it's your significant other. Orca, whale, adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You're more powerful than you think. Look at this gorgeous energy. Some of you, this is not part of your life purpose, guys, but I will say you're meant to live by the sea or spend a significant amount of time living by the sea. There's something about the ocean, the freedom, the water that's going to charge you and supercharge you. Also, water is about cleansing. So there's a little bit of sorry, I just thought I saw something. Anyways, maybe you guys have already unpacked your energy and it's influencing the reading. Anyways, or I'm just starting to see things. Oh well. What I'm saying for you guys, honestly, like part of your life purpose, it has to do with love, rebirth through love. Rebirth through love. And I'm seeing once more, I want to say, maybe I need to get an autograph from you before you become famous, before you become influential, before you start your own radio show, TV show, before you start a particular charity or a particular movement or particular whatnot. Before you kind of come to terms with the way that your body feels in certain clothes, in certain positions, in certain whatever. And there's loads and loads of energy that's coming through over here, guys. That's absolutely beautiful. And it's rebirth through love. Rebirth through love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. You're meant to be big. My lovely option number 2. You're meant to be big. But they're saying, make friends with your shadow aspects. I don't know why I almost want to just kind of give you a hug, because I think as I'm doing this reading, I think it's slowly dawning on you how much time has been wasted. And they're saying, don't think that it's been wasted. You needed that time for that shadow aspect to grow, for that energy within you to accumulate. And now it's going to supercharge you. Supercharge you. But love is the most important thing over here. Because you're going to find somebody who truly believes in you. A lot of you want a dog, by the way. Get a dog. It will help you as well. Because it's that love without condition. Today, I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are in inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. So this is an absolutely gorgeous energy. So you have that wild side, which is the wolf, and you have that tamed side, which is the dog. And they're saying that, once you kind of bring the aspects of you, the shadow and the light aspects of you together, you're becoming unstoppable. And it's okay to mourn the past a little bit. That's cool. Give yourself time. And they're saying, I always say this in my readings, but your old life will cost you your new life. And your new life will cost you your old life. So choose which one you want to live. And don't be afraid to be big, to be noticeable. It's part of your life purpose. Alright, my lovely option number 2. That is what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful, insightful. Gave you something to think about, for sure. If you're up for a personal one, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. And of course, do check my page and page out. Alright guys, take care now. Bye. My amazing option number 3. And welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name out loud or in your head for a better connection to your reading. Alright, so we're talking about your life purpose. Let me see what comes through. What will make you feel fulfilled, happy? You're going through a healing at this particular moment, my darlings. I'm sending you a big, big hug. You might have been crying a lot lately. Loads and loads of crying that's going on over here. Now, you have part of your, I want to say, soul mission over here is to break ancestral patterns, is to heal a lot of things. Now, what I'm sensing for you, my lovely option number 3, is that you're somebody who was raised given the guidance that does not apply anymore. So you feel a little bit lost at this particular moment because the guidance that you were given doesn't make sense anymore. It's not relevant at this particular moment. And you're kind of stuck in between, and you might be in your 30s at this particular moment. And life is difficult for you at this time. What can I say, my dears? I'm giving you a big, big hug. Here I want to say the universe is listening. Your spiritual team is listening. But you do have like this emotional challenges, like of having to resolve the issues. You're being helped, even though you might not feel like it. You're being helped at this particular moment. But they're saying, do what you must to help yourself. Okay. So part of your life journey is to unlearn a lot of things. A lot of things. And that's cool. A lot of narcissistic relationships. A lot of reasons why you chose to maybe be by yourself, but it creates this horrible loneliness over here. But they're telling me part of your life purpose, my darlings, is to create new life, is to create new energy, is to well, I want to say procreate and find the person that's going to love you from head to toe. You're healing very much like option number 2. A little bit of a spoiler. Maybe you were stuck between option number 2 and 3. Part of your life purpose, a very big one, is learning through love, is a lot of self-love and making decisions. This is very important, so listen up. Making decisions based on curiosity and love for yourself rather than fear and limiting beliefs. I'm seeing that a lot of you will change your career. Within the next year, within the next year and a half, you're going to change your career. It might be safe where you are right now. It might be very comfortable. But you feel like there's something else. And I want to say for a lot of you, it's not even so much about the career. It's about the fulfillment that you've been trying to get from your career that only comes from good relationships. Friendships, love relationships, relationships with your children, with your pets, with yourself. So in all honesty, my lovely option number 3, I will give you a couple of jobs in a minute. But it's not, your life purpose is not so much to do with a particular job. It's about separating that energy of fulfillment and that energy of being happy with yourself, that you earn the money and that you feel fulfilled to a certain extent. But that energy of fulfillment that you're craving, it comes from relationships. And you guys have been in a lot of shitty relationships, a lot of relationships where you were taken advantage of, so you're like, that's not for me. I am going to watch another future spouse reading, but hey, no. It's just that you've been with the wrong people. That's it. There's nothing wrong with you. The thing is, those wrong people made you feel like there's something wrong with you, that you attract them in one way or another. No, it's just about not having boundaries, not having the knowledge, not having the right guidance at the right point in your life. For somebody to say, you know what, this person is an asshole. They're using you. They're manipulating you. They're playing with your mind. But there was nobody there to tell you that. There might have been somebody telling you, you know what, maybe it's your fault. Maybe you've done something wrong. Hold on to this person. No matter what, you must find something within yourself. No, bunch of bullshit. You're not there to heal other people. You're not there to be the victim or to sacrifice your life, your time, your nerves. No. And you tried and you tried and you tried and you felt like you have to do something to earn love, to show love. You thought your love could heal somebody. And I completely understand. Because somebody made you believe that that's possible. They don't need your love. They need a psychiatrist. That's it. Trust and believe that there are good people out there, emotionally capable of loving somebody, of loving you. And there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you did not know how to say no. You did not know the value of your energy, of yourself, of your time, of your love. And a big, big part of your life purpose is to create a new narrative through love, through relationships, through family connections, and I know a lot of you are not going to like this, through forgiveness. Through forgiveness. And the main thing to remember over here is that you're not forgiving what the other person has done. You're forgiving to let go of that pain and all of the other emotions that were caused by a particular person. It doesn't excuse them acting like, I think I swear a lot in this video, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you gotta call them what they are. But part of your life purpose is to learn how to shield your energies, to build stronger boundaries, and to create, like I said, a different narrative, and to get the fulfillment you might have been seeking by being overly productive at work, by being the good person, by always being caring, by always going the extra mile, by being the good girl or the good boy. And people were just taking advantage of you, because that's what happens. In reality, that's what happens most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Let's talk a little bit more about your life purpose. I do want to see maybe if we're talking about a career or something like this. Let me see. But for you, my lovely option number 3, really, I don't see the career being like the core of your life purpose. No, it's about love, it's about family, it's about forgiveness, it's about unlearning a lot of things. But they're saying either way, you're going to have abundance. We have the beautiful bison over here. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Okay. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Okay, guys, I'm going to say something over here. When it comes to career, I said I see a lot of you changing. And it comes from that energy of not giving a flying monkey anymore. A lot of you, I see that you're going to end up working for yourself as an independent consultant, as somebody who's a streamer, somebody who's works for themselves in one way or another. I'm not going to say a lot of things. I do see a lot of independence over here. But again, you're not making it your life mission. Because I do see money coming in other ways, either by people donating, either by investments, but it could also be that, some of you're going to marry into wealth. I'm going to be honest over here. By working on this, you're going to be marrying into wealth, and you're going to be marrying somebody who has a lot of connections, and you and your partner will be making a lot of good connections. And so I don't see any issues with money over here. However, I do see you guys being abundant, not just in money, but in other things as well over here as well. Okay, but it does involve independence, because you guys are very clever. I'm going to tell you this. You're swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. And then it says, be open to romance. So there's a hint after hint after hint in this particular reading where, money comes through a connection with somebody. It could be just this person inspires you to do something. And like I said, you're no longer looking for that energy of recognition from people at work. You get it from your significant other. You get it from your children. You get it from your friends. So you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're acting based on your internal compass. But I do see that, again, for a lot of you, you might have been born at the time where the only acceptable things that you could do with your life is to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, and that's it. For example, an accountant. But you want to do something else. You want to make papier-mâché. Why not? You want to read tarot cards, for example. You want to do handmade jewelry. You want to offer your consultation to somebody else and not work for a corporate company. Why not? Why not? You are smarter than you think. It's very much about, I'm learning that you have to work extremely hard and you have to sacrifice a lot of things to achieve success. No. Of course you're going to put in the effort, but it's about working smarter, not harder. And you have that ability within you. So another part, a very important part, like I said, about unlearning things, it has to do with abundance as well. That you can still be respected for whatever it is that you do. Maybe you're not going to be respected by the people who only consider 3 or 4 professions respectable. But what if you don't want to be a lawyer, a teacher, or a doctor? What if you're meant for something else? What if you're made for papier-mâché? What if you're made to be somebody who knits beautiful sweaters for little dogs? Yeah, there's money in that. People love their pets. Why not? It's about expanding of what you can do to earn money without feeling like you're not doing something respectable. Because you're going to get that respect, that admiration, and that acceptance from others, and you're finally going to give it to yourself so that you can base your life, your precious life, on what it is that you want to do. Alright, my lovely option number 3. That's what I see for you, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated, gave you some sort of insight. Let me know down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal reading that's tailored specifically to your situation, whether it's romance, spiritual, team, messages, or career, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. And of course, do check my Patreon page out. A lot of interesting things there. Additional discounts on personal readings, 190 exclusive videos, ad-free content, and much, much more. Alright guys, take care now. Bye.